Pardon me. Hey, there's a shocker for everybody, huh? Wow, Hunter Biden gets pardoned. I'm shocked. Yeah, we told you this was going to happen. The only thing I got wrong on it was I figured they'd be doing it around January 20th. What does that tell me? That again, it was done now, the beginning of December. What do we got? About 48, 49 days left before Biden has to leave. What it tells me is that they're worried about something. They're worried about some information. I don't know. Stuff's floating around whether that Hunter Biden has a manuscript he was trying to push, and I don't know. I don't know, but we'll take that and put it aside. I got a lot of flack. About Hunter Biden and my take on the entire situation from the get-go. Let's go back to 2020. Back to 2020 and the debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump made an enormous error going after Hunter Biden at the debate, especially in regards to the drugs and the prostitutes and all. We all know the crap that was going on. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have. I would have actually shown sympathy, which I did here on the podcast, for someone who has got addiction problems, obviously a myriad of issues. On the other hand, I would have handled it that way during the debate, and I would have moved on. And I think he would have had a much better chance at winning the presidency in 2020 if he didn't take that tact. That's when you start getting into the investigation of the Biden family and their involvement in Burisma, Ukraine, Romania, China, all of these different things. Again, let's get our arms around this, okay? This pardon that Joe Biden issued. You're talking about, there hasn't been a sweeping pardon really like this since Ford pardoned Nixon. You're talking a get out of bloody jail free card going back to 2014. Now, what happened in 2014? That's when Hunter was appointed to the Burisma board. That's when we had all sorts of funky things going on with bioweapons laboratories that are still in the Ukraine. And I can go on. This is amazing. All right. I mean, we've seen other pardons. I remember Bill Clinton on his way out the door. I don't know if you remember this. Bill Clinton on his way out the door. Do you remember the songwriter Denise Rich was buddies with the Clintons, and her husband, Mark Rich, got in trouble for trading oil, Iranian oil, and he was living in Switzerland. Yeah. Bill Clinton pardoned him too, but Denise Rich was a big contributor to the Clintons at the time. It's funny. I don't know how. It's going to be interesting to watch how all of these media pundits that were jumping up and down about the honor and dignity of Joe Biden and how he would never pardon Hunter, and he stands for it. It's his word, and the press secretary saying it again and again and again. You gotta take a long look at the bullshit that we've been shoveled for a long time. Transitory inflation. Afghanistan was a success. The border is secure. Those videos are deep fakes. Remember Robert Hur? Robert Hur lied. Biden is healthy. He's fine. Biden had jet lag. Biden has a cold. Biden isn't going to be replaced. Biden isn't going to pardon Hunter. Right. Again, this also brought me back to this, how arrogant Joe Biden is. And actually, what a doofus he is. I mean, he's running racket. He's running a scam. We all know this. Remember the speech he gave? You go on YouTube and see it. He's at the Council on Foreign Relations, and he's being interviewed. And he's puffing his chest out all big, and he's talking about, yeah, I'm in Ukraine, and yeah, I shook down. I told those Ukrainians, you know, you're not going to get that money from the United States. You're not going to get that money from the United States unless you fire that prosecutor, that Victor Shokin, who was looking into Burisma. Yeah, I am the call Obama and he'll tell you. And you know what? Yeah, sure enough, yep. You know, they fired that Shokin that very day. And why? Because Shokin was looking into Burisma. This is a huge win for the Bidens. So this pardon, it's fantastic for them. Basically, again, it's a get out of jail free, not just for Hunter, but for Joe as well. For the most part, kind of kills everything that they're going to go after at this point in time. And again, it kind of brings me full circle to the nomination of Kash Patel to lead the FBI. And again, you're watching right before your very eyes, all of the deep state have a collective freak out. I've said this. I've been going after for a very long period of time. Been going after the deep state. Again, I don't call it the deep state. Before it was the deep state, it was the watchdog on Wall Street, axis of evil. Big business, politicians, and the media working hand in hand to further their own needs. And again, I have to admit, and I know I've said this before here on the program, I am very, very excited about the possibilities of breaking this nonsense up that's been going on, that's been lying to us again and again and again for generations. For generations, people know now they don't trust these organizations. I don't care how many FBI shows you're going to run on a network, or a new one there, the agency. I don't care. Nobody trusts you people anymore. And to break this up will be great for the country. But again, I'd like to remind everyone, there was this decade, wasn't alive, 1960s. Yeah, love the music. Love the music from the 1960s, I do. But you go back and take a look. You had Kennedy, someone who is, looking to reform, didn't want to get rid of the military industrial complex, wanted to take down the CIA, didn't want to be involved in Vietnam. Gone. Brother, gone. Martin Luther King, gone. Vietnam put on steroids. LBJ, Great Society program, which led to what? Led to higher costs for schools, for housing, the destruction of families, in particular African-American families. You can take a look at the utter evil that came out of that decade. I don't know, they look back at it now and all we hear, the music was great, and look, culturally fantastic, and yay, peace, love, dope, Woodstock. And again, I am hoping and praying, just like we all should, that these people that are putting their necks out right now to make this country a better place, to almost reclaim this country, that they will be kept safe. Watchdog on Wall Street.com.